Good morning.
Well,
How are you, Dave?
I'm good, Billy. How are you?
I'm all right.
So,
Yeah, we're looking over last year and this year. It certainly increased, and we're still waiting on a few of the orders. So we're definitely going to be near the 500 mark again for Thanksgiving. And I think all in all, the Sunday Country Food Drive is doing well. It seems as though some of the donations are slow to come in this year, but I haven't monitored that as much as you have, so I'm not really sure if that's the case. But anyways, we're happy for those who have given and all of those who are going to give, and we welcome any donation.
Right, so you can make a tax-deductible check out to Sunday in a Country Food Drive, P.O. Box 789, Millerton, New York, 12546. Now, you've done, you and Colleen and your group of volunteers have done a couple of new things. We now have the food drive has its own cell phone that you can leave messages on or get in contact with us.
We absolutely do. That number is 518-267-9865. We also have a website, email sundayinthecountry@gmail.com.
Okay. So
and you can contact us in that fashion. Also 845-206-5938. And if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. And if you'd like to make a donation, Sunday in the Country Food Drive, P.O. Box 789, Millerton, New York, 12546.
All right, now big Saturday coming up. It's always traditionally that's what really kicks off the fundraising when we talk about the Maplebrook program.
Yes, and we will be going out at Saturday. On this Saturday from 9 to 1. We have 3 different groups which will be covering the whole area, or the best that we can. The Institute for Collegiate and Career Studies, the kids that go to that program are going to be out helping the food drive, going to businesses in various towns and solicit for monies. They know that in some cases they do not get a donation, but each of the businesses gets a letter either thanking them for a donation or making them aware of the fact of what it is we're doing with the Sunday in the Country Food Drive and the amount of turkeys that we need to give out and the monies we need to raise to do it.
All right, and that typically starts off the folks listening to us, because once they get out in the community, those young people do such a tremendous job getting the word out that just by word of mouth from their visit, everybody starts to remember that, oh yeah, the food drive gives turkeys and dry food to different pantries in the tri-state area, and then typically the donation starts to come in. Now, I think last year, if I remember right, they had a record total number dollar figure that they did in that one day.
Yeah, it was well over $7,000.
It was damn near $8,000 in one day, between money that they actually received that day, or just through their solicitation of folks saying that they would send us a check in the mail and then just following up on it. I mean, they really get the word out and get the mission going. And without these young people, Billy, the fundraising for the food drive wouldn't be half as successful as it is.
The kids going out, I say kids, young adults, they're going out and doing it or raising monies, and they understand the cause, and they do it gladly. And I know that at Weebatuck they have a program set up again where, those kids over there, they need set amount of community hours for their 4 years at high school to graduate. And it's a program that I believe should never stop. And these kids, they get out and they really experience what it is to volunteer and find out the real meaning of helping people. And these kids at Maplebrook do it gladly, and they do a great job.
Oh, no, absolutely. So, once again, they're going to be going out next week from about 9:30 on till 1.
Correct.
Now, are we going to go up to the home farm?
We are. We're going to the home farm.
Even if we're not invited?
Well, we're going there at 2:00.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So I think we're all on board for that. So, like you said, we're going to show up either way.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
So will all the animals.
Oh, they'll be happy to see the kids.
Absolutely.
Just getting back to the food drive for just a second. I just want to go over the list of pantries, and not so much just to make people aware of the fact what the food drive does and all the community support that goes into it. It's yes, we as volunteers go out and solicit for monies and do fundraisers, but the community supports us, and that's the important thing. And we need to make them aware of the fact that their donation is going to help people within their community and the communities surrounding. It just makes for a better atmosphere, my opinion. So we help out Lakeville, Sharon, Canaan, South Amenia twice, Dover Action, Dover Center of Compassion, Millerton, Hillsdale, Ancramdale, Pauling, Noble, and various other groups. There's no names given here, but we help a lot of people. Sometimes families who, there are crises or they're down and out in their luck. We get a phone call and we do what we can, along with all the other not-for-profits in the area, banding together to help those. So, just wanted everyone out there, the community, to know that their efforts, their support for the food drive and all the other non-for-profits are going to good causes. Just wanted to make people aware of that.
All right. Well, you're doing a good job, Bill. So I guess the big thing is to get the young people out and raise some more money, but then right away the distribution is the following week.
Yes, it is. We'll be the pantries will be picking up, or we'll be delivering whichever works out best. The turkeys on the 17th. A lot of legwork goes on the 15th, 16th, and the 17th to make sure that we fulfill the needs. And it's a group effort. A lot of support, like I said, from the community. So it'll be a busy couple of weeks ahead, and then we gear up for Christmas.
And how about Greg Pulver and his group? His family lends us their facility over there so that we don't have to stand in the rain and the cold anymore.
Oh, it works out perfectly.
In Pine Plains.
Got to thank the Pulvers, and there's no doubt about it. And Pine Plains, too. They're a great organization, great groups over there that work together, and they totally support the food drive in our efforts, and we're happy to have them, and happy that we can set up over there and distribute.
All right. Well, I'll be here until probably the following Wednesday, so you'll be on your own. You'll be fine.
Well, Dave, you can run, but you cannot hide.
Well, I
have your number.
I might get a new phone.
I have all the contacts. it's going to be like you're sitting just down the road from us.
Yeah, well,
So
it's going to go fine. I just someday I wish that we wouldn't have to do all this. But after going to that Lakeville Pantry yesterday, Billy, and that was a weekly need basis for these families. And you know, the sad part about the situation is the majority of these folks are husband and wife that are both working, but they have a couple of children, or they have school things they have to buy. They've got medicines. They've got all the other things that go along with it. Sometimes they just they need that a little bit of boost from the pantry to help them out. So it's not a program like it was years ago with just a handout. A lot of these folks are working folks that just need a little bit of a boost, and we're there to help boost them.
Well, no doubt. And, the community, a lot of the community knows what's going on. But if you've never been to a pantry, just go check it out, and you'll understand. They're your neighbors. You got to help them.
Absolutely. Well,
so I have one more thing on the last week on the chicken cook-off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right too. Who won?
Well, I have the top four, the winner in the top four places. So in fourth we had I'm a Swamp Donkey. I didn't know the name of the team, but I am a Swamp Donkey. That was the name of the team. That was headed up by Dan Swift and his daughter and his girlfriend. So I know when I announced the fourth place, people were looking around like, who the heck is that? So anyway, that was that team. In third place was the Gordons, and there was a tie for third and fourth, and the judges came up with their solution to it. So that's how that worked out. The Woodchucks were in second, and I Missed My Mommy was in first.
Oh no, he's still using that name?
Yeah, it was a different combination of people, but I won't go into the names. But it was very difficult for Jen Nijak to announce that. So you know.
I can imagine.
So, anyways, moving on, it was undoubtedly it was a wet, cool day. We talked about maybe rescheduling back and forth, and a good thing we didn't. Yesterday wasn't much of a better day, but anyways, we got it in. It was wet and cool. Thanks for everyone, who came in and cooked, embraced that weather. I mean, these guys, gals, they were out there. They were determined to cook that chicken, and they did a great job. I'd like to thank the Akron Fire Company for their donation. They've donated chicken every year for the cook-off. It was our 15th year, and so you got to thank them. And I'd like to thank all the teams that donated the chicken and also bought their chicken, which helped bolster the Center of the Country Food Drive's take. And I'd like to thank all who supported the Center of the Country Food Drive, the people who came and bought dinners, and the volunteers. Couldn't do it without them. You know who you are. I'd also, I'd like to thank Hannah Parks, Alexis Cook, and Hayden Swift, who helped us with the cookies and packing salads. They're Weebatuck High School. They go to Weebatuck High School, and they were fulfilling their commitment to their hours needed for community service. Thank them. Young people in the kitchen helping us out. Couldn't be better. We made about $1,000. I've been asked by several people. This was a very successful event for the food drive, and I'd like to thank you all.